This is all I gotta say.
To 3 over 6 games. Darnold again, that shake. Looks the other way, wide open, touchdown. Tight end Josh in the pocket. Touchdown. Kyron Williams. Ball spotted right at the 10. Darnold, good protection again. That's caught, and that is Sherfield. Leads the team in tackles. Meanwhile, Stafford chase, escapes, fires, caught, touchdown. Cooper Kupp moving. Stafford throwing, and that's going to be picked off along the sideline. Murphy. Darnold to the corner. Jefferson getting one-handed. He's juggling, and they are going to say he did catch it. Hasn't missed a kick all season. Chip shot here. Split him to the Lombardi. Throws this one to the corner. Reaching for it. But a flag is thrown in the end. 5-yard field goal attempt. Up and good. Up now out of the slot. Stafford to the end zone. Caught, touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson. Stafford looked that way. Stafford throws. Caught. Popped. To the 48-yard line. So Cooper. Darnold. Look out. Safety.
I call him as I see him. Oh, wait, I can't see him. I call him as I see him. You can't see him. I can see just fine. I can see just fine.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun of Hell. Again, I have to be a little bit quiet. But again, with that, of course, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun of Hell. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the Week 8 Thursday Night Football recap. And obviously, I'm pretty happy. It was a dandy, of course, out in LA. The Rams were able to knock off the, again, undefeated Vikings just 2 weeks ago, 30-20. Of course, very controversial ending there. I mean, again, it's kind of like a hypothetical finish if you really want to put it like that, because, I mean, the Rams were obviously winning by 8 points at that point in the game. We'll obviously get into the Rams in a second. First off with the Vikings, though, of course, they lose their second straight game. I told you guys coming into this one, I picked and predicted the Rams to win. Vikings fans, don't be too concerned yet. Yes, 2016, you guys started off 5-0 and finished like 8-8. You guys were really bad, obviously, that year. But this year, I think you get the Colts next week at home. I think that's a very good opportunity to bounce back for sure. But again, you can't stress too much about this game. Obviously, there's a lot of bad stuff that went on for you, and your defenses looked horrible after being the best defense in the NFL through the first 5 games of the season. So yeah, again, a lot of concerns, but the Vikings, it's not the end of the world by any means. Again, we'll get to the Rams, I guess, in a second. Either way, though, for Sam Darnold, he went 18 of 25 for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns. Again, he didn't really have many hard throws to make in this one really at all. I think he did miss a couple passes downfield, again, like the guys like Jordan Addison, but still a pretty solid passing game overall from him. Again, the pressure really got to him. He was really bad under pressure in this one, to be honest with you guys. And also, again, he really didn't really, again, when he got challenged, again, he just didn't really meet up to it. And again, that pressure got to him, and that's really all you got to say. Like, Sam Darnold just didn't play his best game. Running the ball, they couldn't run the ball really at all. The Rams did a really good job, again, of getting the backfield or just straight up, again, stopping them. Very good tackling by the Rams defense in this one. So, kind of a crappy game for that Vikings running game. Again, they obviously lost Christian Darrisaw, their superstar left tackle, so that really hurt them. David Questenberry at the backup really struggled in this one. As well as the fact that, again, when you look at it, the rest of the O-line didn't play well either. They weren't really being gap sound at all. So, coming into next week, that's something they definitely got to look to be better there. Justin Jefferson was dominating up in the middle of the field, like 15-yard range in the middle of the field, obviously. He had, like, a couple big catches there as well. Justin Jefferson also had, again, a huge catch. Again, I'd say not getting the end zone. I mean, he was about as good as you get, 8 for 115. Aaron Jones also had a really nice catch. Josh Oliver, of course, had one of the touchdowns as well as Trent Sherfield. Of course, that being his only catch. Jordan Addison only had 2 catches. Really was minimized in this game. I think they could have used him a lot more in this one. But when it comes down to this Vikings offense, after those 2 touchdown drives started, they didn't score a touchdown the rest of the way, and they really struggled with some of the looks the Rams were giving them. I expect them to be a lot better next week, but that was definitely a little bit of a disappointing outcome for them, obviously. And obviously, we'll talk about the Sam Darnold face mask in a minute. Defensively, though, I'm Pace Jr. 13 total tackles. He was very good overall. I do think in coverage could have been a little bit better, but again, you only get what you get there. Harrison Smith, kind of a bad week, had 8 tackles at least. Andrew Van Ginkel had his worst game of the year. He didn't really do much against the run and also didn't have much pressure at all either. Stephon Gilmore, I think, played pretty well. He was very good at not giving up separation. Of course, he had some handsy plays. I think a couple of them got hauled for like holding and stuff, but he had a very good game overall. I think he played very well. Byron Murphy obviously had the interception and the overthrown Matt Stafford ball, but again, 4 total tackles in the open field. I wouldn't say it was his best game in the world, but he was still really solid. Cam Bynum didn't give anything over the top. That's what he's asked to do. So yeah, Josh Medalist did pretty solid as well. Outside of that, though, I mean, again, no real pressure at all. They didn't even get a single sack, guys. They might have gotten like 2 or 3 pressures. Like, the Rams did a really good job up front. So yeah, the defense kind of got minimized. They obviously didn't play very well either. Will Riker continues to be perfect. For the Rams, though, obviously a lot of stuff to talk about. First things first, obviously, I guess we'll just talk about the face mask. That's how you get to the 10-point difference. Again, I think they could have all been avoided if the Rams just, McVay already was aggressive going for that 4th down with a score at 4th and 1 with a score at 21-20. But again, they ended up scoring a touchdown on the drive. Me personally, again, if you're up by 7 points before the extra point, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't go for 2. I get it would be easier for the other team to score, but you gotta have trust in your defense. I would have went for 2 to make it a 2-score game, to be honest with you guys, because that would have really put the game away. So again, just kind of in like 9-point like thing there. I would have really liked to see that. Outside of that, though, again, the face mask call, that was a missed call. There's no way around it. But that, as the ref said, I didn't see the play. I can't. You can't call a foul if you, or a face mask in this instance if you couldn't. Obviously, it was a blown call. Again, a lot of other people called. But again, from his perspective, he couldn't see it. So I guess that's what you get. But yeah, that honestly, guys, the way to fix that is just have the what is called a safety be reviewable for whatever reason. Again, intentional grounding is obviously there as well, because that's how most safeties happen in the league. But that's honestly what I would have done there. Again, they should change that rule. Outside of that, though, again, that's really all you can do. Yeah, the Vikings probably would have had a shot at scoring it, tying the game up, but like, honestly, probably not, considering they weren't able to do really anything after that first quarter in terms of offense. So I wouldn't. That's really all I got to say for them. Again, it really sucks, but like, womp womp, do something about it. Like, actually play a good football game. But for the Rams, obviously, Matt Stafford getting his receivers back, he looked a lot better. In my opinion, I know this sounds crazy, but I think he's the best pocket passer at this very moment right now in the NFL. Again, I get that's probably crazy, but you look at it this season, like, Mahomes has been, like, terrible. Like, Patrick Mahomes has not been that good. And obviously, outside of that, like, who the heck has been better than Stafford? Like, he has kept them in games they should not have kept in. Again, outside of that Arizona game, he has literally done, like, everything for this football team. Like, they should not be 3-4 right now. Let me put it like that, because they were, like, on their last strings. But either way, of course, he threw more touchdowns in this game than he did the entire season coming in. Of course, the interception, 2 mistakes from Stafford in this one was being late on that deep ball, or failed to recognize when to release that ball to Tutu Atwell, kind of a timing thing, as well as that interception he threw, again, overthrowing Demarcus Robinson. Outside of that, though, Matt Stafford was phenomenal. Probably going to be one of his better games you're going to talk about at the end of the season. Oh, yeah, also the Rams are, of course, back-to-back 2 wins in like 5 days, if I'm not mistaken. They will be playing up again. They'll be going into Seattle next week, of course, with a mini bye week. So, again, that could be a battle for first place in the division. Kyron was fantastic, 23 carries, 97 yards. He is, if not a top 5 running back, a top 3 running back. And if he's not a top 3 running back, he might even be the best guy in the league. Probably not, because King Henry's so good, and, Saquon's doing his thing too, but Kyron Williams is so good, and he gets unappreciated a lot. Outside of that, though, no one really ran the football, but they were able to get over 100 total yards as a team. I will say the Vikings weren't good as a run defense unit, but again, they weren't bad as a run defense unit, but again, I think the Rams did a pretty solid job incorporating that. Puka Nacua, again, I said there was a chance that he'd play, like, saying there's a chance, but obviously he did a lot more than that. Puka came out of nowhere and just completely blew up. 7 catches, 106 yards. He is so good. He's elite. I mean, guys, Puka's so good. Cooper Kupp, though, 551 and a touchdown. He looked a little bit limited. He wasn't really running any crazy routes. But yeah, it's still Cooper Kupp, so he found a way to be useful. Demarcus Robinson, obviously 2 touchdowns and 2 catches. He's a product of his offense. You can't tell me otherwise. But yeah, obviously, Demarcus Robinson, huge help in this one. Tutu Atwell, 5 for 19 and a touchdown. Kyron Williams had a touchdown. Tutu Atwell really didn't do anything in this one because, again, he didn't really get many snaps at all. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do there. I do think Jordan Whittington, who didn't play in this one, is a better receiver than Tutu Atwell just because, again, he can straight up just get open. And, again, there's really only 3 guys in this team that can really say that. So, again, I wouldn't say, again, Tutu should get out there to, again, open up the defense. But when it comes down to Jordan Whittington, who, again, I really would have liked to see in this one, he should be their 3rd guy. Maybe not on the slot, but, again, considering he can block and he can do basically anything else these guys need to be able to do, again, it's huge. Colby Parkinson was pretty serviceable, 2 catches, 17 yards. Obviously, Connor Long had a really nice 18-yard catch on a bootleg. For this defense, Darius Williams really showed up. He had 5 tackles. Again, him and Justin Jefferson, a lot of outside leverage, did his job. Kobe Durant kind of all over the place, but his tackling is really good. Again, he just seems like a guy who's so confident, like has it all figured out, which is obviously what you want to see. Yeah, Kobe Durant's phenomenal, though. Kobe Turner got some pressure. He did a really good job. Omar Spates really was just out there to be a run defender because he was a lost puppy in coverage. Chris Roseman, I guess, is okay. Michael Hoyt, ever since kind of like a forgetful 2021 rookie season, then obviously a bad 2022 as a whole. He played pretty solid last year as a starter. Again, not obviously a starting caliber guy. Like, again, you look on as your featured edge rusher, which he was at points last year. Obviously, this year, again, as a rotational guy, he's been great for this team. You got to realize, guys, this guy's awesome. Braden Fisk, obviously, was injured, or somewhat injured, because he just didn't really look right in this game. Jalen McCall didn't really get many snaps, but again, he's not really a match type of guy, so you obviously saw that, again, why he wouldn't really play much in this one. Jared Verse is, I would be shocked if he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year with the way he's playing right now. 3 tackles, 1.5 sacks, he was phenomenal. Byron Young also had a sack, again, it was face mask, but hey, sack's a sack, game's a game, guys. But Cameron Curl also 2 tackles. He left the game early, came back with a knee injury. I thought it was a lot worse than it was, so that's good. Again, I'm not some nurse. Not a nurse. Not what is it called? Sports injury analyst or whatever they are. Yeah, I'm just not. That's not obviously. But Quentin Lake had the most snaps, and he was decent in coverage, I guess. Biggest problem for this defense, the linebackers weren't gaining depth in coverage, and I think outside of that, though, obviously, what is it called? Their run defense was very disciplined, and obviously I really like the 3. I forgot Nick Saban invented this, again, revolutionized this, did something. He what is it called? Had a 3 edge rusher set, of course, on defense, and yeah, it worked. It worked wonders for the Rams tonight. So again, last night, very exotic as well. But for the Rams O-line, they were by far the best they played this year, by far. Again, when it comes down to it, though, again, I think they're running, what is it called? Run blocking could have been a little bit better, but considering the down 2 starters, this Rams O-line did a great job protecting for Matthew Stafford. That is what you want to see. But obviously, again, phenomenal for them. They honestly might have been the part of the team of the game, I guess. Rams, again, neither offense was, again, super duper explosive, but both were pretty efficient overall. Again, it was a relatively high scoring game overall. Obviously, both teams had over 50 plays, but again, the Rams were able to control possession. And yeah, the turnover kind of sucks, but again, they were a little bit better on 3rd down. And they got the ball. They got the ball in the end zone. The red zone efficiency was a lot better. That's what got them the win. It came down to. Again, talk all about that face mask, but the Rams are now at 3-4 and are a really good shot again to really run. I wouldn't even say run the table, just like do some stuff the next couple weeks. And I would be shocked. They're not trading Cooper Kupp, guys. It's not happening for the Vikings, though. Again, like I said, don't panic yet. But yeah, big game against the Colts coming up for you guys next week in Week 9. That's all I got for you guys here. Remember, NFL, what is it called? Week 8 preview. It comes out at 10 a.m. on Sunday because again, we don't have any London or international games what is it called, interrupt that. But again, 10 a.m. on Sunday. That's all I got for you guys. That's obviously going to be the NFL Week 8 preview. But until then, hope you guys enjoy your night and or I guess the rest of it or whatever time it is for you guys. And yes, see you tomorrow. Or no, see ya Sunday.
It's just been that kind of night. Braylon Lovelace.